Okay, so now here's another thing. This is what I call a really punky piece of wood. It's a term, that's not a technical term, but it's a term used in the woodworking industry. It's really flexible. It just bends. So let's say I'm going to take a small piece of this and I want to patch up inside of a overseas acoustic guitar that's got a really soft top, and I'm worried that the top is just going to cave in. Well, I can't really glue this in there because it's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there and wiggle. So we want to go to here to Mr. Brush, and again, what we want to do, spray the Gluboost. And we're going to prep this. We're only going to prep this on one side. Now, this will have a tendency to want to make the wood bend, so that's why I have these clamps. If you wet one side of a thin piece of glue, it will curve. So it's almost like a humidity gauge. So the wetter side will make the other side curve. So, you know, you'll get a wavy piece of wood by the time you're done gluing. So what I want to do here is I'm going to go with the ultra thin this time, because I want this to really penetrate into the wood. Now I'm being very careful putting this in here. I've done this hundreds of times, so like I said, this is the part that is probably the scariest part, where you might have the most problems. And then I turn it over and see if it's starting to come through. Okay, there it is. If I go too far with this, I'm just going to have drips of this stuff coming out everywhere. But I need to apply this to a wide surface, and that's what we have here. Come on, Mr. Clamp. Actually, I'll just use my hands. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to paint this on. I'm trying not to get it on myself, so I'm wiggling a little bit here. Okay, this is drying. You can probably see a little bit of reflection right there. Okay, and look what I did. Stuck myself. I knew that was going to happen. I don't know if you get a close-up of what happened here on the wood, but you can see where it penetrates into each one of these grain rings right here, but it didn't go all the way through. That's what I want. So this will give me a gluing surface on the inside of the guitar that I can use if I want to use woodworker glue, or if I want to use CA and the Gluboost or Fill and Finish and the other products that Gluboost makes, I can do that. I have a nice clean surface of wood. Now this side right here, just to make sure it's completely dry, a couple little puffs. Don't want to saturate it. It's dry. All right, let go, Mr. Clamp. Come on. Now, I'm trying to flex this. It's hard. I could probably, I don't want to break it, but that's about as much flex as I can get. That gives me a nice, strong working piece of wood, whether it's a 1/4 inch size, 3 inches, or you're going to do a bridge plate overlay on an inexpensive acoustic or something like that. I now made a really flexible, punky piece of wood strong. So there we go. Those are two props that I wanted to show you in a bigger form, so when you see me working right now onto the smaller parts of the guitar, you can keep these in mind.